Hi, you are welcome back to my channel. My name is JF, the creative director of JF Fashion and Academy. So in today's tutorial, I will teach you how to cut a shift dress, free dress. So I'll make use of 2 yards of Ankara, 2 yards of Ankara. Okay, so I'll mark my starting point. My starting point will be my shoulder line. Here I have 18 inches. 18 inches. 18 inches. I've folded the front and back together, and my gown length is 37 inches. So 37 inches plus any allowance of 2 inches. Okay, I'll mark 2 inches for the ME allowance. So after that, I will mark my shoulder to my bust line. My shoulder to my bust line, that's 10. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Okay. I'll mark my shoulder to waist. That's 18.5. 18.5 is my shoulder to waist. I'll mark my shoulder to the hip line, or from that your waistline, just measure, just come down by either 8 or 7 inches. But I have my hip line measurement with me, so that's my bust point. So that's my hemming allowance, 2 inches, the gown length. Now I'll mark my 3 inches for the neck width. 3 inches for the neck width. You can use 3.5, you can use 4 inches, but standard measurement is 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches by 1 inches for the back neckline. I'm cutting the front and back together, so after after cutting the back, I will use the back to cut the front. I will cut the front separately. Okay, so we'll come down by 2 inches for your shoulder slant. 2 inches for your shoulder slant. Then measure your sleeve opening. Sleeve opening. I use my bust point as my sleeve opening. You can make use of 9 inches. So on my waistline, I measure my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches for the ease allowance, then 1.5 of sewing allowance. I repeat, on my waist measurements, my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches of ease allowance plus 1.5 sewing allowance. On my hip line, I did the same thing. I measured my hip divided by 4, my hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches ease allowance, then plus 1.5 sewing allowance. You will repeat the same measurements on your skirt, on your gown length. If you want it to be straight, you do the same thing. The measurement you have on your hip line, you repeat it on your hemming line. But if you want it pencil, just minus 1 inches from your hip measurements and repeat it to on that gown length. So I make a curve, just curve from your sleeve opening down to your waistline, down to the hip line, then to your gown length. Can you see what I'm doing? Just check what I'm doing, you will get it. The shoulder line, the bust line, the waistline, the hip line, and my gown length plus 2 inches MA allowance. Then you will come down on the shoulder line by 2 inches for the shoulder slant. Then I came down by 1.5 inches or 1 inches for the neck width, neck depth. So that's my sleeve opening. Then make a curve and join to the waistline, down to the hip, then to your length. Don't forget to add allowance to the shoulder. Joining allowance, you join it on the shoulder, then you cut. Okay, we'll cut the down part too. We'll cut the sides too. Yeah, that's all about this shift dress. You remove the back, so you cut the front neckline separately, fold it again, okay. So for the front neckline, I want v-neck, and I want to make use of my bust line as my neck depth, yes. If you don't want it that deep, you can use 4, you can use 6, you can use 8. For me, I want to use my bust line as my neck depth. I came up with half inch because after sewing I will use half inch to sew the neckline, so it will remain. Yeah, I've cut the front and the back. Now you will join the two together. Yes. You join the shoulder, join the other shoulder. You can cut facing, you can use facing, or you use lining. For me, I want to use lining. That's why I didn't cut facing. I will use lining. So I'll cut exactly how I cut the fabric. You join the side, hem the gown length. That's all about the shift dress. If you love this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. I love you so much. Thank you. See you next time.